Hi folks, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Mooney, and today we're going to do something a little bit different for this channel. So mostly I'm DIY, and of course now I'm trying to branch out into other things. So one of the things I want to do is a very simple build tutorial for a very simple RDA. It's one of my go-to RDAs. It's one of the ones I really like a lot. I actually got like 4 of them. It's called the Fat Fish RDA. It's by a company called VapeAM or VapeAM. It's got this thing they call a yin yang airflow system on it. It's a really good little flavor banger RDA. Really thick walls on the housing of it. So it really, I don't know if you can see that well or not, but it really has a really small reduced chamber in it. So I thought I would go ahead and build it on camera today and kind of show you how that's done for anybody who might be new to RDAs. It's not one that I use for flavor checking, but it is one that's got a really good flavor profile to it when you use it as an everyday vape. Alright, so we're going to switch over and go to my new vertical setup over here, and so top down, vertical, whatever you want to call it, the up close, table cam, whatever. I'll figure out what the hell I want to call it when I use it more. This is the first time I have done this, so bear with me. It's gonna be bad. I know it, but yeah, we'll see you down there. We'll show you how it works and what the deal with it is. Alright, so let's get started here. We've got our RDA, and we've got a mod to build on. So first thing we're going to do is pop out our batteries. So there's no chance of an auto fire, no batteries. Alright, I got my coils laid out here, and as you can see, I've got my cutters, my scissors, my coily tools, my cotton, my pin, my frick, what do you call them? Wire brush pins, coiling tool, pliers. Over here I've got my tweezers, screwdrivers, nut drivers, all of that stuff. So everything's laid out nice and neat. That's the way I like to work. Just a personal thing, but that's the way I like to work. So alright. And I like this mod. I know a lot of people hate smoke, but I like this mod because I can easily take the batteries in and out. It's a really good for building on, as long as you're not building too low. It will not read anything below a 0.1, which is annoying. Alright, so pop that off. This is the VapeAM Fat Fish RDA. It's really kind of a neat little RDA. So it's got this where the airflow comes in on here. It comes in here, and it either comes in on one side and goes down to the bottom and comes in below the deck, or it comes straight in, depending on which way you have it turned. I like the flavor on the bottom down, but it does whistle a bit. It's not bad, but it does whistle a bit. So this is a really easy one to build on. This is an elevated deck on it with a postless style. So it's got the grub screws go in. It's got positive and negative across the top like that. A little bit of glare there. Yeah. If I get enough light where you can see what I'm doing, then it's going to have glare. Sorry about that. It'll get better as I do more things like this. So, anyway, basic build tutorial on it. I know from experience where I'm going to cut these is at a 6. So it's the way that I actually measure it with those. I use this. This is the, oh crap. Yeah, it came with the recurve dual. So put that here against the deck so you can see where you want your coil sitting at. Each one of these are 1 mil, and this big one is 4. So I know that I've got the big one and 4 little ones, so I'm gonna cut my coils at 6 mil. So I'm gonna grab the coil master here. Gotta find the one that says 6 mils on it, which is this one. And I'm gonna put them underneath, put the coil underneath there, hold it up against this flat. And the way that I do mine, which is probably not the way everybody else does it, but it's the way I do it, push it down flat against the table. Of course, I'm working on a mat, and then I can pull it up, and I don't have to worry about the clippings going flying. So pull up on the leg, clip it off, place the other one in the same spot, like so. Give her a bit of a tug. Come up. And there we go. There we are. And 2 evenly cut coils. Alright, so now we're going to take our coiling rod, slip it down through the center. Hope I was on the camera there. Alright, and put one in the silver, one in the gold, one fist in the gutter. Alright. Alright, sorry about the jump cut. I had to trim up the wrapping coming off of that. Was fighting with me a tad bit there. So, if I didn't mention, these are tricores from NI80s tricores from Ranger Vapes. And want to tighten them up just like that. Not all the way tight, but tight enough to hold it in place. Kind of straighten it, push it to the side. And let's grab our other one. Sorry, I seem to have drifted off camera there. Well, you know, first time trying to do this on camera. It's a little bit different than doing it. So y'all bear with me on that, huh? And again, we tighten it up. Up. Get her a bit straight there. And straight there. Like that. And this deck here, we want to make sure that we are inside those edges, so we want to pull them just a touch towards the middle there. Like that. You guys that build on camera all the time, how the hell do you do it? That's a pain in the butt. Alright, so now we got them squared up. Got them about where we want them. Line it up. Alright. Give them a bit of a torque there. . Turn it around. Alright, now I'll straighten them back up again. Hang on a second. Jump cut. Alright, so all I did while I was off camera there was to torque them down, but I wanted to do that where I could really get a good visual on it, because I don't want to round off the torque screws. Not torque screw, you know what I mean, the grub screws on it. Alright, so batteries in. We'll wake it up. Alright, so alright, so I had to change mods. As I said, that one doesn't read anything below 0.1, and that's where these started off. So we're going to take this little mod here, and I'm not sure if that's going to show up on this camera or not. We're going to turn it down to 45 watts. And we're going to lock it in at 45 watts, and we're going to give them a quick little pulse and strum. Alright. Alright. Now do this with the wire brush first. Try to get any gunking or any machine oil or anything like that off. Anything that they might have gotten on it when they were rolling these up. So just real gentle pulses. Give it a bit of a squeeze. Give it a bit of a scrape. I always scrape the inside of this first one. That's where the power comes up. So you want to make sure that you got the inside of it. Starting to heat up. So a few little light pulses. Starting to heat up evenly and from the inside. Alright. Give these a few minutes to cool off, and then we'll stick some wicks in them. Alright, now they're cooled off. I don't know if you noticed that last segment, but I left the microphone laying down there on the mat, so we'll get back up top and I start editing this. There may not be any audio for that section. If there's not, then, well, this will be there so you'll know why. Alright, so firebolt. Take it and give it a little bit of a pull. Give it just a bit of a twist. You don't want a lot of twist, but you just want just a little bit of it to make it go through easier. It also keeps kind of the stray hairs from getting up into the coil so bad, which keeps it from tearing, getting caught up in it. So, cotton down like that, and the same piece of wicking right back through. Just like that. This mod's not horrible for building on because the fire buttons are over here on the edge, and as long as you're working with it square like this, there's no chance of doing that, of firing it. Alright, so let's take this, and we're going to pick it up and get it a little bit underneath, a little bit on the sides, pull out the loose fibers. We're going to do the same on this side. And again, that down the side, like so. Reach in, pull the excess like that. And it's about right. I'm going to trim the ends of it off so we don't have those little stray pieces. Like that. And just because I'm a little bit OCD, we're going to do this one too and make them nice and even. Alright, so that out of the way, put that down there where we can see, I hope. And we're going to take the ends of it and just kind of tuck it in like that and like that. And one thing you want to do with this particular one, and most of them, honestly, is make sure that this is not just jammed. You don't want this at a really hard angle. The looser this part of it is at the top, the better the capillary action is, because the better it doesn't restrict the juice flow coming up. Alright, so now we got that. And I didn't get juice. Hang on. Alright. Got some Lucky Charms cookie here. It's a recipe off of ELR, and it's not one of mine. I haven't tried it yet. And of course, because this is YouTube, this is 0 milligram. Alright, so start by wetting the coils. Kind of get underneath there. Oops, I was off camera again. I promise I'll get better at this. This is the first try. So, there's that. Give it a little bit there on the sides. And now with it still really low on the wattage, we're going to fire it up. Alright. Now, let's take this, unlock it, and let's turn this joker on up. Come around at 0.11, so that's going to be about 100 water. Alright. Lock it in at 100 watts, and let's see how she burns. Oh yeah. Alright. Made a bit of a mess. I'll clean that up and we'll see you up top and see how it vapes. Alright. Hold on. Man, this microphone having issues this morning. Alright, so freshly charged 18650 mollicell sitting on with the let's try that again. Desolator 18650 freshly charged mollicell. Alright, got it turned around to the bottom airflow. And let's see. As I said, it's a little bit loud and whistly. But it's a really good flavor banger. It's got a really small little chamber in it, so it's really good. The coils are right up at the top, right up at your mouth. Like I said, I wouldn't use it for doing flavor profiles, things like that, for flavor testing, but for an all-day, you know, dripper, yeah, it cooks. Really good little flavor banger on that one. So. Alright, I guess it's kind of a review. It's not exactly a review. I wasn't doing it as intended to be a review. Like I said in the up close, the coils in it are Tricore fused Claptons, NI 80 hand wraps from Ranger Vapes. Love his coils. Final resistance on it was 0.11. That's perfect for 18650 for me. You know, everybody's different. You may like it a little bit cooler, you may like it a little bit warmer. You know, take your chances on it. But that's where I like mine. Great flavor from the RDA and from those coils. So, yeah, I guess pros and cons. Pros, great flavor. Easy build. Con, the drip tip that it actually comes with is one of those with the spare tire tread around it, and I hate those. So that's one of, I want to say it's one of the clear acrylics off of the bulk, but I could be wrong. It could have come off something else. I don't know. I don't really keep up with the drip tips. I'm not one of those people who, you know, has to have this drip tip with that mod, whatever. Forget, I don't care. Right? So it's a little loud. It doesn't have the what do you call it? The little tiny air holes on it. The honeycomb airflow. It doesn't have that, so it's kind of turbulent. It's not bad. It's a whole lot less than like if it had one single Cyclops or something. It's not a real turbulent on it, but with the air coming in underneath the deck and it not having the honeycomb, there is some turbulence to it and there is some noise to it. It's not nearly as quiet as the Bonza. See? I mean, and that's really cooking on that Bonza, and it's still quieter than that is without even firing it. So if you can find one, man, it's a good little vape. VapeAM is a small company. I don't even know if they survived the COVID's crap, but they're a small company. They didn't make a lot of them. They didn't really hit the market hard, but if you can track one down, find one, that is a good little RDA for everyday use. Alright, so let's go wrap up this video. Yeah, Thanks for bearing with me on it, because I know it was bad. I haven't even started editing yet, and I know that up close was not good. I'll get better at it, right? I got better at the rest of this stuff. So, yeah. As always, don't forget the links down there. Really, really do appreciate all the likes, any comments that you guys want to leave. Good, bad, or indifferent. Just leave a comment, click like, share and subscribe, click the bell, all that stuff, and then of course all the advocacy links that are going to be in the description as always. And yeah, y'all stay safe and have a good one.